Hello guys, Strategy Crusader here, and I'm bringing you a Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod Let's Play. Today I will be playing as House Blackwood, more on them in a second. But first, for those watching, I assume you know about Game of Thrones, the epic book and TV series. But you'll probably be less knowledgeable of Crusader Kings 2, and for those who don't know, it is an epic real-time strategy game set during medieval times, where instead of playing a country, you play a dynasty or family, which if it dies out, the game ends, and your aim is to bring yourself up from a count to king, and maybe even to emperor. But the Game of Thrones mod, of course, replaces the typical medieval Europe and replaces it with Westeros and Essos, but also adds some other cool features which I'll show you in a second. But for those who already know Crusader Kings 2 and already know the basics, don't worry, this will not just be a tutorial, this will include gameplay. But first let's go into the background. This game will be set during the so-called Bleeding Years, and this takes place before the War of Conquest by Aegon Targaryen. And backstory here, Aegon Targaryen is the very first, historically, of the Targaryen kings. He's called Aegon the Conqueror, and he with his sisters Rhaenyra and Visenya and their dragons, they conquered all the kingdoms, the Ironborn, the Lannisters, the Reach, the Starks and the Eyrie, but not Dawn, that came later, and became the and it founded King's Landing here, which at the moment does not exist. But this is taking place before that, when the Seven Kingdoms were independent. So we have the King of the North, King Torrent, we have Harren ruling the Iron Islands, we have Ronald III ruling the Mountain Vale, the Vale of Arryn, the Reach, who is not controlled by the Tyrells at this point, but the Gardeners, Dawn, the Stormlands, which is ruled by the Dondarrions and not the Baratheons, who were the bastard half-brothers of Aegon Targaryen, and the lands still rule the Kingdom of the Rock. So, for this Let's Play, as I've already said, I will be playing as House Blackwood, and as you may notice that despite being in the Riverlands, they are not ruled by a King of the Riverlands. The reason for this is the Ironborn ruled not by the Greyjoys at the moment, but by House Horay, currently under King Harren the Black, have over the years conquered the whole of the Riverlands and parts of the Crownlands as well, and under Harren he forced the enslaved Riverlanders to build himself a new capital, Harrenhal, the Hall of Harren. For those who seen the show and the books, Harrenhal is this mighty fortress, but also brings bad luck to all those who own it, and Harren was no exception, because when Aegon invaded, Harren and all his sons took refuge in one of the towers at Harrenhal, and Aegon's dragons burnt them alive. So bad luck on him. But I'm going to change history in that instead of Aegon overthrowing the Ironborn, it's going to be us oppressed Riverlanders. And you're probably wondering, why am I playing as House Blackwood? Well, House Blackwood has been in a feud since the so-called Age of Heroes, which is like semi-mythical time in Westeros' history when the Seven Kings were first established. And this feud was apparently started when, well, this is the Blackwood version, of course, the Brackens will tell a different version, but vampires. Anyway, these Blackwoods were kings of this entire area, and the Brackens were horse dealers, hence their flag here. But one day the Brackens rebelled against the Blackwoods, and since then there has been a feud between the two rival families. But why am I choosing the Blackwoods? Well, firstly, and by the way, this will contain huge spoilers from all the books so far, and future series, and the latest book. Firstly, the Blackwoods, unlike most of the other lords down in the south, actually worship the old gods. I mean, may not show up on religion, but trust me, they do. And that's why they actually have a werewood tree at Raven Tree Hall, their main castle. So that's an interesting thing. Second interesting thing is, and this is a huge spoil from the latest book, and for season 3, following the end of the War of the Five Kings, when the North has been subdued, the Blackwood are actually the very last family to resist the Lannisters, holding out against a huge force, even when all hope is lost, and even after Riverland has fallen, and the whole of the North has fallen. And for that, I think that just makes them really honourable, pretty badass. So for that reason, I'm going to play as them. I'm playing as Fiamir the First of Blackwood, of Raventree Hall. And with that said, let's go. Have faith in Joffrey. So here we have it. House Blackwood and Bracken have been locked in a bitter feud since the Age of Heroes, when both houses ruled as kings. The feud has continued through the years, aided by House Bracken's change to the faith of the Seven. Well, of course, we remained loyal to the old gods, so automatically we start with minus 100 relations. Let's just change the view to de jure high warships. So let's first look at our character. Now, for minor characters like these, your stats are randomly generated, but as far as these go, these are not bad. I've got pretty good martial, could be better. State diplomacy is not good, that's actually really bad at the moment, and you can see why in a second. Bad stewardship, actually I take that back, these are pretty bad stats. Here's my wife, the lovely Della, who has good diplomacy, but she's a lowborn, and I have 3 children. I have Gilm, which is probably Westeros' version of William or William, Bethany, and Lucas Blackwood, which I suppose makes sense since in the time of War of Five Kings there's actually another Lucas Blackwood who's actually killed at the Red Wedding, and Willem Blackwood is currently my heir. So I control the High Lordship of Blackwood, the Lordship of Blackwood Vale, and Castle of Muddy Hall. Unfortunately, because of my absolutely awful diplomacy, I have too much demand size, and that means I control too many holdings, which will upset my vassals. Let's actually look at my vassals quickly. Lord of Maidstone, the Lord of Blackcrush, and these people who control individual holdings, who think that I'm too powerful, and this will affect my taxes and my relations. So I'm quickly going to have to give that away, so let's just quickly look through my vassals. They're not actually quite cool with me. So let's look through my court. I can't give it to any of my children, since if I do, they'll leave my court, and that means I can't betroth them, which is important for my long-term plan. So I'm going to give it to... let's try and find somebody who, like, doesn't hate me, but, you know, still pretty cool with me. Let's look at... Can't give it to her. What are you like? Okay, he's from Muddy Hall. This actually makes sense. So let's conduct diplomacy. I'm going to give you the castle of Muddy Hall and pieces relations. And there we go. That sorts out demand size. So that said, let's first sort through things. So firstly, this is just going for the basic Crusader games do. You have to choose an ambition, and this is what you want to achieve in life. So I already have 3 children. I don't think I want any more. But my stats could really do with a improving. So I'm actually going to do improve diplomacy, since that will enable me to hold more land. And this will give me more events, which will help improve my diplomacy. Oh, another quick thing before I forget. I will be role-playing in this, so whatever stats my character has, that is how I will act. So he's a flamboyant schemer. He's proud. He's brave, so that means I'm sort of guy to be in the thick of the action. He's wroth, so he's pretty angry, everything very easy, and he's honest, so that's why he's not that good of a schemer. And let's see what traits my heir has. He's temperate and proud, which are good things. Okay, we've chosen ambition. Let's quickly go through these sliders. So we have my council, and these are members of my court who I can set to do tasks. So I have a Castellan, who's usually related to you, but not here. And this is like in charge of your castle, so you can oversee province, improve defences, pacify a province for like stop them rebelling, or improve castle holding. At the moment, I think I'll set him to oversee the province, since that improves taxes. We have my Master of Laws, who at the moment is Hera. let's set her to improve diplomatic relations, and improve diplomatic relations with Seaguard, and you'll see why in a minute, with the Masters. Another awesome family if you've read the books. Let's see, so we have the Master of Arms, that's sort of self-explanatory. I'm going to set him to train troops. We have my Master of Coin, my version of Littlefinger. I'm going to set him to collect taxes. Oh, just a thingy for those who want to play the mod. Because you have more council members than in the vanilla Crusader Kings 2, the game will crash if you put all members of your council in one province, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. We have my Master of Whisperers, who's my version of Varys, or Varys, however you want to pronounce it. I can set him to scheme and uncover plots against my life. Funny thing, in all my playthroughs I've done previously of House Blackwood, my Master of Whisperers die off like flies. It's actually quite funny, usually because I'm not very good. And then we have my Priest, who doesn't really do much, so I'll leave him for the moment. So with my cats in place, let's look at my laws. I have Agatic, I have Agnatic, Cognitive Primogeniture, so the oldest child will inherit. If I have no male heirs, then a female will inherit. Okay, so that's good. Actually, while I'm here, I actually want to improve taxation. Actually going to improve... What's my tax rate at the moment? That's fine, I'm actually going to improve feudal levy, so that means I get more men. And I'll get onto that now. So here's my military. So instead of recruiting men like you think of today, like recruiting regiments, the feudal system means that each of your vassals and your own private land, which you own, are entitled to send like a percentage of the men who will, when not fighting, will be farmers or tradesmen or whatever. And this shows, so I can get 1,358 from my vassals and 1,644 from my own lands. And in time of wars, I can call them up. But as you see, I might need more men, which is why I'm going to make alliances and improve the number of men. And also, as you can see, I can hire mercenaries as well, but that's not a thing for the moment. And fleet levies is irrelevant since I'm landlocked. Intrigue, this is where I can make decisions and plot to kill people. Don't need to do anything there. Factions, so these are like groups who want to achieve something. So like, for example, the Independent faction, which we'll actually want to set up. So Crown Loyalists, who are devoted to the overall liege, who in this case will be Harren the Black. But for the moment, I'm just going to start the Independent faction. And hopefully people will join that. Because yeah, I don't like the League. I want to become independent, become a free, independent Riverland. And hopefully people will join me. I'm not going to do that yet, since I will die pretty fast. So, with that all said, first I'm going to motion my plan to take down the Brackens, Lord Reaver Adam versus Southstone. What an evil, evil man. And rubbish stats as well. It looks like his son is actually on the way of beating him actually, so that's not good. So, I have 3 children. I'm actually going to start patrolling them up. So firstly, see how Riverland. So here we have the Tullys of Riverland, not let Lord Paramounts, and if I have my way, never will. They don't like me for some reason, probably because of our religious differences. I'm gonna arrange a betrothal, so hopefully his elder son with my daughter. Yes, they'll agree to that. So that's one alliance. Down here we have the Pipers of Pink Maiden. Interesting banner there. I'm also going to arrange a betrothal. How old is she? She's 10, so I'm going to arrange another betrothal. So let's arrange a betrothal between your daughter and my younger son Lucas. Okay, good. That will take some years. It will take 13 years for that to come into effect, but still, that's 2 alliances straight for that. And then for the moment, I think I'm going to save my elder son. But if I think it's right, I will arm myself with Seaguard and the Malisters, who have quite a lot of men. So let's look at the strength of the Brackens. So at the moment I have around 3,000 men, and in order to check how many men they have, you go to Realm Tree. This shows you how many men your liege has overall. Let's try and find the Brackens on here. Around here somewhere. Here they are. They control citizens liege. Yeah, I think we have more men than them. but it's still better safe than sorry. So let's get most patrols in places, and let's save up money for mercenaries. With that said, let's go. So I'm going to boost speed here. All hail his grace, King Harren I of House Horay, King of the Sultan Rock, son of the Sea Wind, Lord Reap of Harrenhal and Protector of the Iron Islands. We're a Riverlander, we have a different religion, and we're being oppressed by him, so of course we will curse his name. Oh, horrible man. So he agrees to that suggestion. I'm actually going to arrange different. This is not good, it's too much money, which I can't afford to spend at the moment. Yep, they agree to that. Excellent. Speaking of which, I actually should get around to educating my son. So at the moment, it shows that he's actually proving pretty good at state diplomacy. So I want to, perhaps train him in that art. So let's look at him. My Master of Wars will be a good one. But I do actually want balanced stats. This guy's actually a decent commander. So, actually, I think I might actually go for him. Okay, good. So yeah, I'll educate him. Let's actually look at my other children. Can I educate her yet? Yes, I can. Looks like she's proving good at... Oh, I should have checked her stats. Oh well, she'll be trained in the art of stewardship. So let's train you with him. And they will educate the children, give them traits and help boost their stats, and, you know, make them into better human beings. So I have dangerous factions in my realm, but don't worry, it's Liege Loyalists, so that's fine. Just a word of warning, this might be a slow episode. Okay, good, they've approved that, so that'll give me more men. Yes, it does. All good. I have a lot more men now. And all interesting. In my last playthrough, Horays usually declare war on King Ronald of the Rock. But it looks like they've actually declared war on Lord Balin and South Cracklaw Point. Here's an interesting thing. The Cracklaws, who we meet in the Feast of Crows, are an ancient family who claim descendant from I forgot his name, but he's the Night Crab, who goes around slaying evil monsters. So that's fun. And they're a pretty independent lot, so like they don't bow down to anybody else except the dragons, as they call them. So a very independent lot, who and whoever sends tax collectors over there better be prepared to lose a lot of tax collectors. It's a very interesting family, not well known. But it looks like Horay's determined to increase his realm by taking them over. Considering size of this man, I don't think South Cracklaw Point stands much of a chance, which is a shame, really. Yes, dangerous factions, they are Liege Loyalists. That's fine. They're loyal to me anyway. But as I was saying, be warned, this will be a slow part, since this is all going to be about building my alliances, introducing stuff, and planning my overall schemes. Don't worry, this will pick up as no, I will not concern myself for now, since as we've established, I do not like my liege. It looks like, interestingly enough, the Brackens will join in their liege's war. That's fine by me. The more men they lose, the better it is for me. Poor South Cracklaw Point. They really don't stand a chance. So anyway, let's actually look at the realm while we're here. So over here we have Dragonstone, where Lord Aegon is. Looks like he's not doing anything at the moment. Looks like he either not living up to his what's supposed to happen. He's just staying on this rock, which is fine for the realm. Over here we have, if I'm not mistaken, King Lauren of the Rock, Kingdom of Rock, the Lancers. We have King Mern, Gardener of the Reach. In Dawn we have Princess Mayra, the Old Dawn. Interesting thing about Dawn, I will be doing a playthrough in one of their families later, so you'll learn more of that. But Dawn actually consists of several cultures. The Andals, who can make up most of the realm, but also the Roynair, who came under Queen Roynair from their homeland. Oh, not Queen Roynair, I've forgotten her name. But they set up a realm, and she married the local Martel family, and they made themselves Master of Dawn, so that's interesting. Elsewhere, so yeah, there's nothing at Blackwater Bay yet. We have the boy King Ronald III of Mountain and Vale. Interesting thing, during King Aegon's conquest, the Eyrie was actually able to fight the dragons to a draw, and it only came to an end when I think it was one of Aegon's wives, Queen Rhaenyra's, actually allowed King Ronald to have a ride on her dragon. That's a pretty cool fact. And with that, the Eyrie came under their control. And of course we have the King Who Knelt, King Tom I of the North, who's called that because he's the one who, realising it was hopeless to fight, absolutely hopeless to fight against the dragons, knelt down and secured his lineage by allowing himself to be ruled by the Targaryens. So actually, we've improved relations with the Masters. Interesting thing, Seaguard shouldn't actually exist yet. It was actually built after the Wars of Conquest by King Aegon, and it's called Seaguard because it's supposed to protect this area from future ironborn incursion, hence why it's called Iron Man's Bay. And oh no, I missed my chance. Oh dear, that was stupid. I should have married earlier, but now he's married off his daughter to somebody else. So I need to find my son somebody to marry pretty soon. That was pretty stupid of me. So it looks like, okay, I'll give him a trait duelist. That will increase my martial. Okay, and good. I get claims now on the more claims on Brackens. Okay, stop that. So it looks like Rosby League Independence War. So it looks like Lord Robin Rosby actually declared war on the Iron Islands and is trying to gain independence. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okie dokie. So yes, this is going to be the slow part. How old is my son? I probably do actually want to find him. Somebody to marry. Let's try and find... There's crap. Let's actually try and find him in the Riverlands. So we have a Frey. That's it. Oh dear. Yeah, I should have married him off sooner. That was a really stupid mistake of me. If it all comes to that, I will marry him off to a Frey. Since, you know, they're an honourable family. Like, they haven't, you know, done any suspicious weddings yet, so they're fine. But let's first look around at any other vassals. Who can I marry into? Can I marry into... Who are you? Tarek. Nope. The female it has. Maybe the Darys? This family, Dary's interesting in that they supported the Targaryens during the Robert's Rebellion, and they were pretty much exiled as a result. So that's pretty sad. You have a daughter. She's 2. Any others? So yeah, Peter Frey, Patrick Frey, Manfred. I guess it couldn't hurt. It might as well. No, it's actually if you get to range of betrothal. Actually, do you have in your court? Melissa and my Gillum. Okay. Well, we'll have to do. So, and we can break betrothal whenever we want. I'm sorry for Frey, so they don't care. Of course. Nobody ever got sorted for crossing the Freys. So there, I have all 3 of my kids betrothed, and given time, hopefully, I will have the forces necessary to surround and destroy the evil Brackens. It looks like at the moment we're actually losing to this Rosby Independence League, but it looks like that's about to change since we have King Harren himself here. I bring in with him a huge vast force, and yeah, with that I think the Rosbys are pretty much doomed from this point. Another interesting family for Rosbys, very loyal family. In fact, there's a lot of interesting Crownland families. There's oh dear, I'm trying to find them now. Oh, I'm trying to work out where they are. Yeah, but there's the where are they anyway? and find them. Yeah, my geography of Westeros is not the best. Sadly, like, I do know where most things are, but... Oh, there's Thorn, of Alistair Thorn fame. His Duskendale are under control of the Darklings, and later time will come under control of House Riker. Interesting fact there. Where is... I'm trying to find House Stokeworth, who, Bronn, in, World of Vikings actually marries into. Which is interesting. Oh dear, and, it looks like my Master Coin has failed. He's actually managed to increase the, revolt risk, which is very bad. It looks like I can actually press claims. Where is this place? Interesting. So I can actually press claims now on House Hollard, who are in Duskendale. Yes, and here they are. And they are one of the Sworn Lords. And during the Defiance of Duskendale, which is like took several years before the events of War of Five Kings, before Robert came control, they, along with the Darklings, actually took Aerys the Mad hostage, and it was that event that was reckoned to have made him go absolutely insane. But yeah, this is really annoying me now. Where are the Stokeworths? There's the Massies. Never mind, maybe the Stokeworths haven't come around yet. But yeah, some interesting Crown families. So yeah, we can press some claims there. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, seriously, I might as well withdraw her now. She's improved relations as much as she can. Let's get my cancel up. I'm gonna send you. Where are you? Where has she gone? So let's send her off to improve relations with. Let's go improve relations with Riverland. God knows we'll need them. How's our faction doing? So it's like somebody's joined us. Lord Willem of Maidstone. A Stacks there. So yeah, we need more people in our independent faction in order for it to succeed.
Eternity later.
Sorry for the pause there. And a revolt has broken out in Blackwood while angered by my oppressive rule. The peasants have taken arms. That is not good. I'm actually going to have to recall my marshal, who has the ability to suppress revolts, so I'm going to send him there. Try and defuse the situation. Yeah, we still have a high revolt risk. I'm actually going to have to send another member of my council. I think there's somebody else who can... No? Oh yeah, proselytize. I'm going to send you there as well, in hope of trying to quieten the peasants. That was really bad there, because that now means I'm actually going to lose a lot of money since the peasants are uprising. And it looks like at the moment I'm actually leading troops in Rayonet. As part of this first independence war. Let's have a look. Fighting across the field, you see an enemy soldier cut across from the others. Well, you can't tell who. It's clear they must be a highborn noble. Charge! As you get closer, you realise that the enemy soldier is Lord Layman of Essegraph. Okay, so Essegraph, I know for a fact, is one of the houses sworn directly to Harrenhal. Yeah, here we go, House Butterwell. Yep. Prepare to die, Butterwell scum. Is he actually going? Interesting. Let's see what will happen. So, interesting. How is my marshal? Okay, I have 10 marshal. How's his marshal? You know what? Prepare to die. You and Lord Layman of Essegraph slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any sign of weakness, any opening in his defense that you can easily exploit. Or mistaken, before you have a chance to find an opening, Lord Layman of Essegraph launches a furious, frenzied attack. What? No. What? Well. And on that shock note, I'm gonna call an end to the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and next time, after this absolute catastrophe, oh god, I'm just lost my vision to the play. This is not looking good. We will try and return our family's fortune and get revenge on the Brackens. So see you next time, and goodbye.